Coming up on this edition of Two Right Turns, a Clemson Football podcast, three of our freshmen joined us, Gideon Davidson, Easton Ware, and Amare Adams, talking about their welcome to college football moments as early enrollees, some of their memories and advice from official visits, and also we open up the mailbag to our fans. Two Right Turns starts now.
They take those two right turns, and when they make the final turn, they can begin to hear the crowd and the noise of the open end of the stadium.
Here it is, the most exciting 25 seconds in college football.
Hello, everybody, and welcome inside Studio C at the Clemson Athletics Branding Institute. My name is Ross Taylor, your host for this episode of Two Right Turns, a Clemson Football podcast. You've heard the names a lot, but you haven't heard from some of these guys. We're joined today by some of the freshmen. We'll go around the room and ask if you guys can identify yourselves by your name, number, position, and hometown.
I'm Amare Adams, number 95. I'm playing defensive line and from Jefferson, South Carolina.
My name's Easton Ware. I play O-line. I wear number 63. I'm from Lynchburg, Virginia.
My name's Gideon Davidson, number 9. I play running back, and I'm also from Lynchburg, Virginia.
Well, gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you to Studio C and welcome you to the podcast and welcome you to Clemson in general. As I said at the start, I mean, all three of you, your names have been connected to Clemson for a long time, but fans have not gotten to hear from you directly. So I really appreciate y'all making some time for us today. Some things we like to do at the start of these podcasts, just offer up the floor. Anybody have any good news or anything they want to share?
I graduate Thursday.
Yeah, let's go. Hey, how about that?
Yeah. Me and Easton actually graduated last weekend. So
see, that would be good news you could share.
Yeah.
See?
Okay. Yeah. We graduated on Saturday, and it felt good. Felt great to be out of high school now.
Do you have a lot of your high school friends asking about the college experience and that kind of thing? Because y'all got a head start.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think on average, I probably had 60 people ask me like, "How's college going?"
Yeah.
And I was just like, same answer every time.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
And Amari, how big is your high school class you're graduating with?
I like, how big is it?
Yeah.
It's pretty big. I don't know the exact number, but it's pretty big.
And you are going back for it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Good for you. Good. Making sure you took the time to do that. That's important. So it kind of leads us into the first question. We want to start off the field. Everybody came in a semester early. How was your first semester of college?
For me, it was pretty good. I enjoyed the spring ball. I enjoyed spring practice. Academically, it was pretty good. I just enjoyed the change from college to high school, or high school to college. I enjoyed just kind of having more responsibility and doing work on my own, and staying up to date, and connecting with teachers and classmates. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was definitely a big adjustment, especially the football aspect. Like, you're not coming out there to play like normal people. You're coming out and playing like the best defense in the country.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like a humbling moment, your first practice. But school-wise, it was pretty good. A good adjustment. I feel like my school prepared us pretty well. So it was overall pretty good.
Yeah, you're not lining up against the dude from algebra class anymore.
Yeah, no, it's like you're playing like the real deal at Clemson.
Yeah. Amari?
Yeah, it was different. Like, I felt like South Florence, where I came from, it really prepared me for like college workouts and all that. But I just say it's different, like, because you really like, you living on your own and you gotta manage all the stuff like your work and all that. And I just feel like it's a big adjustment from like home. Like, you stay with your mom and all that, and like they basically wake you up. But like now you just waking up on your own time, and you just like really just taking responsibility on your own self.
Was that the biggest adjustment? What would y'all say was the biggest adjustment, whether it's on the field or off the field, going from high school to college?
I would say academics, staying up to date with assignments and emailing teachers. I never really did that in high school. I'd usually just wait until I got to school to do that. But now I got to email the teachers and like just check in with them and check my assignments every day. I'd say that was the biggest adjustment. I think waking up is not too difficult for me. I mean, it does suck sometimes just waking up at like 6 when you feel like sleeping in, but I think it's just part of the the discipline and hard work.
Yeah, I would say like the assignments, because in high school, you could like wait till the last day or like sometimes even later. Like they try to then like fine, no problem. Like you wait till the last day in college, like it's like you're gonna be up for a while trying to do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say academics because high school, you don't see me emailing teachers almost every week. But like now, like you almost gotta like email them and just check in, like see what you got to do and stuff.
Well, good for you guys getting your feet on the ground, and a great semester for Clemson football academically. 100th of a point off its GPA record that it actually set last fall. Graduation rates and academic progress rates continue to be through the roof for this program. So I'm glad to have you all plugged in on that. What went into the decision for you all to enroll early? It seems like it's become so much more common. Were you all dead set on enrolling early? Was there any thought on finishing out the final semester of high school? How did y'all arrive at that decision?
For me, my dad kind of brought it up one day, and I was like, wow, that'd be kind of cool. It'd be kind of scary, but then once it got closer, I was just like, yeah, it's kind of more reality, and I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be good for me. And so when it did happen, I was kind of actually glad because all the stuff that we did in the spring, I feel like you got to catch up when you come in the summer. So like I feel it prepared me well going into the summer, and I think the summer's going to prepare me well to go into the fall. So I was just kind of grateful for the opportunity to enroll early, and I did miss seeing being with friends back at home, but I think it's just a part of life. You got to do some difficult things, but I think in the end it was a good decision.
Yeah, it was definitely like you were saying, it's more common. I feel like it is, like if you're on like a Power 5 program, it's like everyone goes early. And so that kind of like played into it. It's like, oh, it's like the next thing for college football. And like Gideon was saying, it was hard, but ultimately like it helps you so much, like football, but also like just like maturing in that standpoint. Like it teaches you things you're not going to learn if you stay in high school. And so I think it will set us up for a lot of success this year.
Yeah, honestly, like Gideon, so like my dad mentioned it to me like my junior year when I committed. He was like, I think you should early enroll because it'll be better for you because you can like be with them and like catch up and stuff. Because originally I was gonna play basketball because like I have a basketball family. Like my dad went to college to play basketball, and my mom did. So I was really gonna stay just to play basketball. But as the time came closer, and I was thinking to myself like, yeah, I really need the early enroll so I can like be where everybody else at and not be behind when I come in the summer.
Well, the thing that's great is all but 3 guys in your recruiting class came in early for the spring, and it's not something that Coach Sweeney or Clemson forces y'all to do, or really even pressures y'all to do. We want y'all to make your decision and do what's best for you. But because so many of you decided to come in early, pretty much our entire team was here. Mm-hmm. Like all but 3 scholarship guys. Depending on how everything shakes out legally with the changes in college football, maybe a couple walk-ons will join, but like, for the most part, Clemson's 2025 football team got to work together for 15 practices, which was great and I think really beneficial for development. So as we start to transition to talking about everything on the field, very generally, very basically, can y'all describe your games for Clemson fans? Who are you as a player?
Shoot. I don't know. I think I just have to say like a hard worker. I just love the game. I love competing. I love the discipline, the hard work. Yeah, I don't know. I think my game is just.
I don't know.
Are
there any backs you'd compare yourself to stylistically?
I've heard a couple comparisons. I couldn't really tell you who I was compared to, but like, I think somebody compared me to like Le'Veon Bell.
Okay.
I would like to be like Tony Pollard. He was a good when he played at for the Cowboys. I just admired him when he was on the Cowboys. I was just like that guy's a beast. When he was there, he balled out, and so looking at him, I just like to model my game after him. But yeah, I think I'd like to be like him.
It's good comp. Easton, what about you?
I would say like hardworking, just because I like the process and seeing like the progression over time rather than just seeing like, oh, I changed one thing, so I'm good now. But I like to say, like, oh, where I started, and then like in like 2 weeks where I came to. Because I think that shows like it's not how fast you can get good, but like how good you can get over time with the right coaching.
Yeah.
Because I know Coach Luke, I forget the exact saying, but it's like, you don't practice to be perfect. You practice like be game ready. It's not that exact quote, but it's like something like that. Because at the end of the day, it will never be perfect, but you can become the best version of yourself. So I like to just see that progression over time.
Yeah, being coachable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Amare?
Yeah, I say hardworking and being competitive. Like I never used to come in as early as I do now. Like, because I used to see Peter, he comes in early just to get there and like just get his body warmed up. So I'm saying like, oh, I want to be better than that. So like, I'm really competitive on like what I need to do and stuff. So like now he got me waking up like 4:30 trying to get to the facility. So I say I'm really competitive and hardworking.
Well, and you guys have the benefit of a really veteran team that you're stepping into. The last couple of years, Clemson's been pretty young, but now that experience has aged up and now a really veteran group that y'all are learning from. So it's great that y'all are picking up on that. Easton, you talked about it a little bit, like practices are different at this level and who you're going against. Have y'all had any quintessential welcome to college football type moments on the field?
I did. This was, can't remember how many weeks ago, but it was during a practice and we were doing like RBs versus linebackers, just like run blocking kind of. Yeah. And I had to go up against Wade, and I was just like, in my head, I kind of defeated myself before the rep even started, but after the rep, it just got worse. He just bull rushed me. Not Peter. Sammy Brown also did the same thing. Yeah. So it's kind of like, yeah, we're coming in. I was coming into a great program, a great defense, and I kind of underestimated those guys, but that was my like welcome to college moment.
Yeah, one of the top linebacker duos in the country, and you're mano and mano and practice as effectively a high school senior.
Yeah,
that'll wake you up.
And then, there's another time where I was running on the edge. In high school you can get the edge and outrun people. And I tried that, but Drew just, hawked me down and tackled me. And I was just like, yeah, this is not going to work. Got to really, use technique and just run,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say I have like really two, but the first one was I think it was our first like scrimmage, and I forgot who it was. Might have been Mayo, but so I just set, in high school, no one's gonna be able to like bull rush you, just like lift you up. I set, and with like 2 seconds, I'm just like in the air. So I just like get flat backed, and then I yelled out in the meeting room. But and then the other one, we had like some type of like crack screen. So I was running out, and the receiver, he was supposed to come for the linebacker, and I was like just going for the corner. And Jeremiah comes in. I turn for a split second. I just see a flash. I just go flying. He makes a tackle. It's on the defensive sideline. They're going crazy. I just got to get up and run back. I'm just like shaking my head. I'm just like, oh, it's going to look so bad on film.
Did you get a hard time about it in the meeting room?
No, because like I was supposed to get the cornerback, so the receiver was supposed to get him. It was just like we watched it. And I was just so disappointed like how bad it looked.
Amare, anything for you?
Yeah, I think it was one of the scrimmages, and I had to slant towards Harris' side, and then like I was mainly focused on Big Rye, but then like Harris came out of nowhere and hit my hip, and then like that was probably like the hardest I fell in a minute. And then so like that's probably my welcome to college football moment.
Probably not a lot of dudes came into South Florence and hit you like that, right?
that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's a little different. So who are the guys on the roster that have kind of taken y'all under their wing and shown you the ropes?
I would have to say the entire RB room.
Yeah.
Keith did a good job. David did a good job. Adam did a good job. Jarvis, Jay, all of them. And I've really gotten close to all of them. Keith really, like, when the first couple weeks I was here, he made sure I understood all the plays. He said, if you need anything, just ask me. I'll be down to, help you work out, do all the plays, just anything. He's like, yeah, if you just want to hang out, we can hang out. David did the same thing, so I was just kind of, grateful for the group of guys I'm around. Not every program has those kind of guys who are like, because you're competing for the same spot, right?
Yeah.
So if they don't want you to succeed, they're not gonna ask you those questions. So like, even Keith, he was like, yeah, I just want you to be the best you can be, and I don't want to see you fail. So like that really stuck out to me.
It's an uncommonly selfless running back room for sure.
Yeah, and I kind of want to do the same thing for the next running back that comes through, because like it's just it means something to somebody, even if they don't say it. Like you can tell it means something,
and it meant something to them in the years prior.
Yeah,
kind of pay it forward.
Yeah, I would say when we first got here, it was really Tristan, because he would like take all the mid years out to like dinner, kind of like make sure we're okay, ask if we need anything, like give people rides. And as it went on, it really like Blake, Walker, and Colin. Like Walker, like he's like been here like 7 years at this point, so he kind of like knows everything. And he was like just kind of like trying to help us, like especially like Blake on the field in practices. He was kind of just like walking me through everything, his thoughts, so that helped a lot. But off the field, like Walker, like it just like him being like knowing everything about stuff, trying to help you walk through things.
Yeah,
So
that's a grown man looking after you.
Yeah, like he's like he probably knows the team better than like anyone else.
Yeah, he might have redshirted on Coach Sweeney's first team.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
Amari?
I'll probably say Peter, TJ, and Tristan, like Easton said, because like all those guys, like when I first got here, I really wasn't like talking to nobody, but like T. Lee, Peter, and TJ, they all just like took me under their wing and just like taught me everything. So I say those three guys for sure.
Yeah, it's a good group to lean on for sure.
Yeah.
I want to go back to your recruiting and why you guys are here now. Quite simply asking, why Clemson? What was it about this place, this program, that made y'all want to be here?
Yeah, I would say the culture. The culture is different. I visited other colleges, and it just kind of like sat with me that this place was like home. It's kind of like people care about you. The coaches care about you. The strength program cares about you. The Paul Journey program cares about you. So it's just kind of felt like people really saw you. You're not just a great football player or average football player. You're like somebody in their eyes, and so that's kind of the sole reason why I chose Clemson. But then also the coaches. They're just a good group of people who want to influence you in the right way. They don't want to just like leave you in the dirt and like just use you and throw you out. They really want to like invest in you, make you a good football player and a great man. So those were the two main reasons why I chose Clemson.
That's great.
Yeah, I would say, like what Gideon said, is like they care about you more of like a person than a player. Because ultimately, they want you to be a good player. You're here to play football, but they want to see you succeed off the field. You can become a great man. But also in all my visits, like when I took my first visit here, they like set the standard for other schools. I was like, oh, like it's really good, but like how does it compare to Clemson? Like kind of right off the bat, like I kind of knew it was. Like I did the overnight camp with Gideon and Tyler. He's one of my teammates, but I did that and like just the way they ran things, like how happy the players seemed. That's not normal at other schools. And so you could really see the culture and how much like everyone loved each other, how much they cared about each other. And you also saw like how many like former players were coaches now. Like they want to be back. They want to be here because it's just different here.
Yeah, and that's something that Coach Sweeney likes to say. Our players are our best recruiters, because if they have a bad experience, it's going to rub off on the recruits, and you're going to be able to feel that. And I don't know if you felt that somewhere else, but like guys are genuinely happy here. So as Coach says, hey, if we focus on serving our current players and they have a great experience, they're going to do our recruiting for us. Mm-hmm. Amari, what about you?
I say just the culture, like Gideon said, it's like it's so family oriented here. Like you don't really see that everywhere else. Like everywhere else is just like football. Like you don't see programs like follow a journey that takes you places like that. Like, it's just, they care about you here. Like, Easton, again, like he said, they care about you more as a person and player. Like, they're developing you as a man just outside of football, because, like, football doesn't last long, so they're trying to develop you as a man just to, like, get you ready for, like, the real world. So, like, I'll say family-oriented for a fact.
And I think that's something that gets misinterpreted by people on the outside, where they hear that it's not all football, and they think we're doing a disservice to our football product, where instead I think we have found that by focusing on you all as men and as people, and y'all feel confident and empowered in every facet of life, it frees you up to just go play ball. Mm-hmm. And whenever you're freed up to go play ball and not have to worry about, all right, well, if I, blow out my knee or whatever it may be in my career ends, who am I as a man? Instead, y'all know, like, oh, no, I'm good. Now I'm just going to go focus on ball and have some fun with it. Mm-hmm. And I think we've seen a lot of benefit out of that. Gideon, your recruitment is a little different, because unlike these guys where they're having to bring in a lot of numbers at their respective positions, you were pretty much the only back we recruited, and it was pretty much your spot to have if you wanted it. And you committed very early and said, like, you put your name on it and said, no, this is what I want to do, and you stayed committed. Mm-hmm. I mean, why was it like that for you, where you were so convicted so early on that you wanted to be the guy for Clemson?
I would say it started in 8th grade. So my first camp here was 8th grade. And when I first got here, it was just super organized. Like, I'm not going to name the college, but there was one college before Clemson that just wasn't the greatest. We didn't warm up great. I got pulled a hamstring, got hurt. The line was super long, all that and stuff. But when I got here, the line was quick. Had way more campers at this camp than the camp I mentioned earlier. But the line was quick, went faster, way more organized. And when I got up to the table, Coach Spiller was sitting at the table with, I think, Coach Zhao or somebody else. I can't remember. But when I walked up, he's like, are you Gideon Davidson? And I was like, yes, sir. And he's like, yeah, I've seen your highlights. Your dad sent me a couple of your highlights. I enjoyed them. And I was like, okay, yeah. So it was kind of cool, like, knowing Coach Spiller had already, seen me as a football player. And so it just kind of was special because we had that, I would say, connection, but, like, it was just cool being known by Coach Spiller. And then throughout the entire process, we talked and, like, we connected, and it just got genuine. Like, it was a real relationship, like, between me and Coach Spiller. So that was kind of cool. That was kind of also the other reason why I stuck out with Clemson. Like, I stuck it out with Clemson because, like, I had a connection, like, so early in the process. And then, when I committed, I was just like, yeah, this is kind of the place to be. I also had other programs trying to, flip me, but I was like, I honestly, genuinely don't think I would have been happy at those programs. So it's kind of the reason why I stuck it out was because the relationships, and then, like I said earlier, the culture.
Good for you. Remind me, I want to make sure I have my story straight. Did you come for high school camp last year and just kind of hang out as committed? Didn't participate, but hung out, helped out?
Actually, I don't think it was last year.
Was it a couple years ago?
The year before, because I was committed, but I did like 1 hour of the camp or something like that, and then I kind of just hung out with. The
reason I asked that, I remember it wasn't even a member of our staff. I think it was members of the media came up to me, and they had seen you, like, cleaning up, like helping set up drills and cleaning up after other campers. And I think you had just committed relatively recently, and they were like, that's a Clemson guy right yes, there. Sir. Like just by how you, not even participating on the field, just by how you carried yourself, how you acted, people that aren't even in this program looked and said, like, oh yeah, that's a Clemson Tiger. So that's a testament to you and the way that you were raised. So,
yes, sir.
Both of you coming from the great Commonwealth of Virginia, but Amare, like, you're a South Carolina guy. You're an in-state kid. You were the top ranked player in the state of South Carolina. Was it important to you to stay home in the state? I mean, is there a certain level of pride in being a South Carolina kid coming here to Clemson?
Yeah, because I always honestly, I always been in Clemson, but when I came to the camp, I think it was my 7th grade year. When I came to the camp, I just fell in love with it more. And I was just grinding, just trying to get the offer to come here. So when I got the offer, I think a couple months after I committed here. So I was committed for almost 2 years. But again, it was schools just trying to get some other schools in the state. They were trying to get me to come, but honestly, I felt I wouldn't have probably been as happy, or just I was family oriented. I probably wouldn't have been like that at any other school. So I say, yeah.
Did you grow up a Clemson guy, or did Clemson win you over in the process?
I grew up honestly, they probably won me over in the process, because I was most of my family, we were kind of Carolina fans, so they just won me over as soon as I started growing up. So yeah,
and we're glad we did. We're glad to have you here for sure,
Yeah.
and wearing orange. We mentioned. I mean, obviously, y'all are both from Lynchburg, Virginia. It's the 6th time in the last 8 recruiting cycles that we have signed a pair of high school teammates as y'all played together. So actually, we've had a lot of benefit out of signing guys who have come here having already played together. And I just asked both of you, what's it like having a high school teammate come in with you, and has that helped you all acclimate a little bit more?
I would say, yeah. When you first get here, it was especially with the freshman class, you're close with the freshmen, but it's not you know them. I've known Gideon for 4 years. So if I'm having a problem or I need to talk about something, I have that connection. It's not just a phone call, but it's in person. So you have that comfort of it. And it's not you're more confident with it, but it's you have a friend here if you need someone. So that definitely helped a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, what Easton said, you have that connection. It was after practices, you'd be able to, run up to Easton or somebody, just be like, how was that practice? You'd be able to, talk to somebody and it was just kind of, it was good coming with somebody I really enjoyed it. I think Easton enjoyed it as well. But, yeah, it really definitely helps with getting acclimated and, starting a new, chapter in life with somebody that you've previously been a part of in life.
Well, we mentioned at the start that, a lot of folks talking about you all, talking about this class, and Amare, your name has come up several times from teammates and from those on the outside, as well as from the head coach. So I want to take a look real quick at something Coach Sweeney said heading into the first day of practice, coming off of mat drills, and then an update he provided in spring practice. So let's take a look.
Man, he can freaking move. But man, Amare, he's big, he's freaky athletic, he's already a leader. And, again, I hadn't been on the field with him. He looks great in shorts. Don't play the game in shorts. I've not seen him with any scheme on top of him or anything like that. But just watching him in mat drills and watching him run, he looks a little bit like Brian Brzee as far as that big-bodied, athletic type dude, kind of freaky, but with some power of a Dexter. But he's more polished than Brian was coming in here. Brian was just same thing. If you go back and watch Brian Brzee in high school, he just stood up and he'd throw whoever away and go make the tackle. All right, and so he had to learn. He had never really played his pads low, and I might say Mari's a little more advanced technically. But excited about him. It's gonna be fun to watch him.
He's big and he moves people, and he knows how to win. He can destruct blocks. He's twitchy. He's smart. I mean, that's what it is. Big, strong, destructive human being.
So I think this took a lot of our reporters a little bit aback, because Coach Sweeney is always proud of his players, will always prop them up, but he'll always talk about things you all need to work on. He's very honest with you all, same in the media. but he usually doesn't do that. So clearly, Amare, there's something about your game that has inspired that and inspired that from your teammates as well. Kind of how do you react to the type of praise you've gotten? And let's call it what it is. I mean, if you're getting compared to Brian Brzee and Dexter Lawrence, not to put expectation on you, but those are heavy compliments. How do you react to those?
Honestly, like, I don't really pay attention to, like, all the stuff like that, hype or anything. Like, I always try to push myself to, like, be better than what I am the day before. So, like, I don't really pay attention to, like, the stuff like that or anything, because that's just going to kill my pride, because confidence kill hard work. So I really, like, the way I work hard, I just want to keep growing off of that. I don't really want to set myself back just from watching a video saying, like, how I'm doing in practice. So I really don't pay attention to, like, all that stuff.
You 17, 18, or 19?
I'm 18.
Hey, that's a really, really wise thing to say at 18 years old, and really, really smart. As Nick Saban used to say, don't eat the rat poison, right? No, I think it's a testament to who you are and the way you play to draw those kinds of comparisons and praise like that, but also really, really smart and wise on your end to not let that kind of take the edge off of your progression. Gideon, talking about your game and the legacy here at Clemson in the running backs, I want to know, how did you end up in number 9? Was that assigned or was that chosen?
Nah, so I wore number 8 in high school, and the reason I did was I have 7 siblings in my family, and my older brother was number 7. I wanted to be number 7. So when I started football, I tried to pick number 7, but a kid in front of me picked number 7, so I went with 8. And then I didn't feel like changing, but when I got to JV, they didn't have a number 8, so I went number 6. And then when I got to varsity, they had a number 8, so I stayed with number 8. But my freshman year, they didn't have the number 8 in away jersey, so I was 28 in the away jersey, but 8 in the home jersey. But then sophomore, junior, and senior year, they had 8 in away, so I was an 8 all through those 3 years. And then so when I got to college, obviously Adam Randall has number 8, so then I was like, you know what, let's pick the next number up, and it was number 9. And I did realize that, like, number 9 has those are very big shoes to fill. So I was kind of excited about that. But honestly, I was just like, number 9's a cool jersey. But I kind of want to just, be Gideon Davidson in the number 9. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to see some of the numbers where we have a lineage like that, but yet everyone kind of seems to leave their own imprint on it, even if there is a legacy there, so to speak. Like Travis Etienne and Wayne Gallman are very different backs, but both left a legacy in number 9. So I know there are a lot of folks excited to see what you do with it as well. And hey, we got to give a shout out to the last number 9 too. Walked out of here as the all-time leading receptions by a tight end in school history. So shout out Jake Brenningstool and good luck in Kansas City. And then so Easton, for you talked about this a little bit with the leadership of the group, but you were walking into an unbelievably veteran offensive line. I mean, Walker Parks has played, I believe, over 50 games. Blake Miller has started every game since he got here. He's on track. I'm going to knock on every piece of available wood we have. Theoretically, he could break Mitch Hyatt's school record for career snaps played from scrimmage. There's 7 guys in that group that have started at least one game, 135 combined career starts. I mean, just a really veteran, experienced offensive line group. What have you learned from that group?
Not enough, to be honest, but they
it's still May, man.
Yeah.
You weren't even supposed to be on campus yet if it's 10 years ago.
I mean, to start off, there's a really great group of guys that give them all props because they made that transition so much easier. They talked about when they got here, there wasn't that culture of helping the younger guys, kind of letting them be on their own. So them having that, you have the support of the older guys, so that makes it so much easier. Coming in, just having the confidence, do what you need to do. But like I was saying out in practice, like Blake really took me under his wing. And with him, like having all those snaps, all those starts, all that experience, really him teaching me like what's worked for him, like how he thinks about things, that's helped me so much. Obviously, like I'm not there yet at his talent. One day I hope to be, but he has just taught so many different ways and techniques, how to think about things, how to just process it, how to read defenses. And then, like I was saying, Walker, you know, he's like the old wise guy in the locker room. Someone will say something, he'll just like look at you and be like shaking your head at him. Sometimes he's joking, sometimes he's like dead serious. You never know with him. And they really just teach like how to like be a community together. So a lot of teams are like divided, but like here at Clemson, like the offense and defensive line, like they all get along. They're all friends. I know other schools it's not the case. Like we'll see the O-line sitting with like special teams. Like they just teach you how to like all be together and like love each other, because if you don't have that, you don't have a team.
Yeah, it seems like a really close group. Is that fair?
Yeah, they're all close. There's like they're always doing something together. Like I know half of them live in like 4-bedroom houses together, and they're always just doing something stupid together.
So we need to take a quick pit stop, courtesy of our friends at Darlington Raceway, and we figured we just open up the mailbag this week. Our fans want to hear from you, so we wanted to give them the opportunities to ask some questions. So this one will be for all of you. Quite simply, how do y'all handle competition? How do y'all approach it?
I love competition. I think it really builds a team. Helps, if you got one guy right here and another guy right here, and this guy is competitive and wants to be here, then he's going to be here. He's going to jump up here, and then this guy, it's just like building blocks. So competition really does help a team be successful. And so, yeah, I think competition's great.
I would say it really like helps you see how much you've grown. Because coming in, first padded practice, not winning the reps, and then coming out of spring ball, it's getting a lot more competitive. Like, you're going to win, he'll win. So it really just shows, like, the growth you've had.
Yeah, I say it shows the growth also. Like, again, like, I came in, I was losing reps. I was getting bullied, basically. But, like, towards the end, I was kind of, like, I was knowing the plays better. I was just doing everything better than when I first came. And I'm still developing, so that's just like that's really how I handle it.
Next question. Favorite midnight snack?
Ooh, midnight snack. I don't really eat at midnight.
Yeah, smart
I
man.
just my favorite snack would just be cereal.
Okay.
Frosted Flakes.
All right.
I love Frosted Flakes, so that would be the snack of choice, midnight snack of choice.
I'm a big pistachio guy.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Like, I had like a whole bag driving down the other day.
Yeah.
Like, if I wake up, I'm just like starving, I like want to go and just like eat like half a bag. I know it's not good, but
You just got like a shell cup?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like the like already like the pre like cracked ones.
Yeah.
So you just like reach in, especially when you're driving. That helps a lot.
I'll probably say Welch's gummies.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably like my favorite snack, period. Honestly, out of everything, that's probably my favorite snack.
That's 3 very different answers. I love that. Little window into the personalities. What's the most important advice you all have received from a coach?
For me, it would just be stay focused. Don't listen to the noise. You're going to have people trying to compete with you and kind of just it's not put your head down and work, but like work hard. Don't let the noise in. Don't let guys discourage you or bring you down. Just focus not on yourself, but like focus on the most important things.
I would say mine was from Taj. It was remember the transition you had in high school. Because he got here as like middle spring ball, so you're kind of going through it. And he was like, when you first got to high school, when you're going through that first camp, you weren't out there playing like you were your senior year. It takes time to get where you want to be, and it's going to be hard to get there. So you just got to remember how hard it was and how you got there. You just got to do that again.
Mine, I say, is confidence kills hard work. And then again, like I don't like being complacent or anything like that. So like just from like the coaches telling me that, just to add on what like is in my pride already, I just feel like it impacted me more.
Yeah, and I would tell you, I mean, confidence can fuel hard work too, but complacency will certainly kill it. And then, Amare, this one's going to be specifically for you. Who was your favorite defensive tackle growing up, or even your favorite now?
Honestly, my favorite defensive tackle is probably Dexter Lawrence. Honestly, it's probably Dexter Lawrence.
Good answer. We love that one. And then the last piece of our mailbag is actually not a question, but way to go, Amare. Your first grade teacher is so proud of you. So,
oh, man, I remember her.
So shout out to, I'm assuming her name is Rebecca, either that or this is a very odd username. Shout out to her for continuing to follow your journey.
Yeah, definitely shout out. I remember her.
That's awesome. I love that. I love knowing that our guys are being followed throughout their life and throughout their development, throughout their journey. Yeah. So, thanks again to Darlington Raceway for sponsoring today's pit stop. That segment was presented by Darlington Raceway. Be a part of the track's 75th anniversary and the official throwback weekend of NASCAR. Log on to darlingtonraceway.com for your tickets to the track that's too tough to tame. It's fun for everyone. Now, back to Two Right Turns. But as we talk about the journeys to Clemson and the first grade teacher getting involved here is actually a great segue. This is a big family program, and we talk about family a lot. It's a very high priority here, and Gideon, your journey is probably unique to a lot of people. And for those who don't know, can you share with us a little bit the story of your family and your journey to Clemson?
Yeah, so I was originally born in Bolgatanga, Ghana. That's West Africa. And my family was pretty big. We kind of lived in a villagey kind of environment. And so my father died before I was actually born. And a flood came in about, couldn't tell you, it was about like a few months after I was born. And it just wiped out basically everything we had. And so my mom had to take care of like 6 kids. And so it was pretty difficult for her. And so my 2 uncles, made the decision to put me, Josh, and Kale, my other 2 other brothers, up for adoption. And it was a difficult decision for them because they didn't know what was going to happen. They were just kind of like, it was kind of like up in the air, kind of not know what's going to hold for our future. And so us 3 were in a orphanage for about 2 years. And then when I was about 2 years old, I was about 9 months when I was put in the orphanage. And then when I was 2, I got adopted by a family in Indiana. And they themselves had 9 kids, which was kind of, and it wasn't like a foster home. It was actually like an adoption. So it was kind of like crazy. They added 3 more to their family, which I ended up making it 12. And so eventually they couldn't take care of us because they were taking care of 12 kids. So then they were like, yeah, can't do this anymore. So after about, I want to say 3 years, I was around 5 years old, they put us up for adoption. My current family right now was asked to take care of us. They were asked so we were put up for adoption. Within a week, we were in the next house. So it was kind of like they didn't go through the adoption process. They didn't really have time to they were just asked and they were like, sure, why not? So I think that was pretty cool. I've been with them since 2011. So about 13, almost 14 years. So I think that was pretty cool. And then so I was adopted in Charlotte. And then we moved to Virginia about 10 years ago. And so, or maybe 11 or 12, I can't remember. But then I went to Boonesboro Elementary, which is elementary in Lynchburg. And then went to LCA starting in first grade. And then all the way from first grade to now, or my senior year. And then came to Clemson. So my adoption's been pretty cool to see how God's worked through my life, meaning like taking me from West Africa all the way to, here, Clemson, South Carolina. It's been a wild journey, but it's been a cool one.
I know folks really enjoyed getting to know your family throughout the recruiting process, and obviously the commitment and love that's required to add to your family like that is not lost on anybody for sure. So I appreciate you sharing that story, and I know there are folks out there that have gone through similar stories of adoption, whether they are the ones who have been adopted or were looking to adopt. Jordan Sorrell's on our recruiting staff.
Yep.
His youngest as well. They took in. So, really do appreciate you sharing your journey. If y'all can, y'all just maybe pick out a couple names each. We can only fit 3 of you in here. We don't have another mic to stick somebody between y'all. Tell us about the rest of this freshman class. Who are some of the names we need to know? What are they like as people, as players?
He's one of the funniest people you'll meet. You'll see him, he's really quiet, but like once he opens up, he's hilarious. And like everyone mess around with him. But he's one of like the nicest guys you'll ever meet. And he's gonna be a first-round draft pick. Like he's the frame. His dad was two Super Bowls, I think, something like that.
2-time Super Bowl champion. Actually, recent Two Right Turns guest.
Yeah. And so I think he's going to be really good. He's just an all-around great guy.
It was really funny over the weekend, and we'll pop this up on the screen when this actually airs. He posted a photo from Braden's high school graduation to his Twitter account, and Brandon's got his arm around Braden, but Braden's a full foot taller. And everyone in Clemson knows Braden at this point, but everyone else who's just Brandon Jacobs fans saw it and they were like, oh my God, like y'all remember how big Brandon Jacobs is? And he looks small in the photo. Yeah. That's different. It's a different human.
Shoot. I mean, also Logan Brooking.
Yeah.
His dad was on here the other day. I think if you get Logan on here, he'll be able to, say a few good words. He's also a hard worker. I mean, he's gotten a lot bigger since the first couple of weeks.
He was fun to watch in mat drills.
Yeah. He's definitely the type you want on a team. But yeah, I think if you get him in here, he'd be cool.
Amar?
I say Gavin Blanchard.
Bro.
Yeah. Gavin is, I don't know what the word is for him. He's just funny, and then, but at the same time, he works hard because he got he's kind of undersized, but he tell me he works hard every time he stays behind in practice. So he works on technique. He comes in on the weekends and work on technique. So he's a great guy, honestly. And then he works hard, but at the same time, he's funny. And then you just you don't know what he'll do sometimes. So
he's got a good energy about him.
Oh,
yeah. He's always happy.
It's kind of I don't know how to put it any better. It's kind of like Tyler Davis was like that when he was here.
Yeah, he's always happy.
Yeah,
that's the most I like about him though.
Yeah. So I want to circle back to something you said earlier. You talked about coming from a big basketball family. That was a consideration for you as you enrolled early. Actually, this week, Coach Sweeney and Bill Belichick sat down for a 1-hour special that aired on ACC Network this week. And one of the things they talked about, both of them adore multi-sport athletes, probably more than a lot of football coaches. So for you, how many sports did you play growing up, and how do you feel like that's helped you as a football player?
I played 4. I played basketball. I did baseball all my life, and I just recently did track. So I just feel like all those play a part in my technique, honestly, because to hit a baseball, you gotta have great you gotta see a baseball, and I just feel like that's a great coordination to disrupt blocks or anything, or hand placement on the old lineman. And then basketball, you need it for footwork. You get your footwork better for basketball, honestly. But track, I don't know. I just did track. I didn't want to play baseball no more, so I just did that. So honestly, it helps with my technique a lot, honestly. So,
well, we're all about to find out how directly and quickly basketball and football translate to one another by virtue of Clemson Football's most recent edition here. So that'll be interesting to see as well. One thing that's coming up, so as we're taping this and as this drops on Friday, we're getting ready for official visits for the next class. And I imagine this last year has to feel like it's flown for you guys. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it feels like I take that back. I don't know if it's flown or if it feels like it's been forever. As this group gets ready for their official visits, what are y'all's memories of your Clemson official visit?
Going on the lake. That was the best part. just being with like everybody and doing all the activities and stuff. And if I have to give advice for this upcoming class, I would just say like feel comfortable being yourself. When you're yourself, it makes interacting with people a lot easier. When I was on my official visit, I kind of felt like I was like able to be myself around these guys, and it was just kind of I felt like I was already a part of the team. So I feel like if you're just yourself when you're on these official visits, you're gonna get the most out of it. You're gonna enjoy it, and it's really gonna feel like home.
I would say like have fun. Don't try to be like too cool and impress anyone. Like if you're on the OV, the coaches are already interested in you, like they want you to come. Like really, like Gideon was saying, be yourself and like just have fun. Because I know some people come and they kind of just stand back and don't say anything. Like it could just be like shy. I was like that, but it's really just like have fun and like ask the questions you want to know. Don't ask like if you have questions, ask them. Ask the older guys who've been here. I know this was like my OV was the first time really getting to know the older guys. Like I was committed for a few months at that point. I never really talked to any of them. And then on the OV, like we were at the lake, they were there, got to hang out with them, went back to their house and just kind of really got to know them as a person. So that was like just have fun, like enjoy taking your visits.
Yeah, I'll say have fun and just like be yourself again, like what Gideon said, because like you don't want to go nowhere and just like be quiet the whole time because that's impossible. Just to the way like everybody has fun on the OV last year that we was at, it's just like impossible just to be quiet, just don't say nothing. So like that's an opportunity to know a lot of older guys, just ask them questions. So that's I took advantage of the opportunity last year. So that's probably one of my advice. And then like one of my memories from last year is when Coach Sweeney was singing to his wife when we was at his house. So like that was probably one of the funniest memories that I have so far.
Yeah, I can't call it karaoke because it's not karaoke because we actually had like a full band there.
Yeah.
Daquan Bowers and Corey Crawford and Janelle Valentine will get in there and grab the mic. So yeah, that was a blast. I had forgotten about that. I'm glad you said that. But no, I'm glad you all said what you said because I one of the benefits of this role, getting to work with young people who are preparing for job interviews and things like that, I'll tie this all back to the OV at the end. I tell them that if you get to the in-person job interview, they already think you're qualified. Like you don't have to worry about that anymore. At that point, they're trying to figure out, is this someone I want to be around on a daily basis and someone who's going to be a good fit here, that kind of thing. And it feels like that's exactly what y'all are saying with the OV of like, hey, you got invited on the official visit. Like Clemson likes you, Clemson wants you. Like you don't have to impress anybody at this. Like you've checked the boxes. Now it's just trying to see like, all right, like, do you want to be here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I appreciate y'all giving that insight. As we wrap up here, I just want to give y'all the floor. Are there any messages you have or anything y'all want to say to our listeners and Clemson fans?
Not that I can think of, but I'm excited for this upcoming season. I feel like we have all the talent in the world to go really far, even win a national championship, and I feel like that's our goal. I mean, I know that's our goal, and so I'm gonna do everything I can to make myself a better person, make myself a better football player, and I'm just excited to get the chance to play with this group of guys and win a national championship with them.
I would say enjoy the process because a lot of times in high school you'll be like, oh, I wish it just ended and be in college, but like you'll look back and realize like, oh, that was really fun. And in college it's gonna be the same. Like you're gonna be like, oh, let's get to the games. Like let's skip all like the hard work, camp and all that. And then, but that's like where all the memories are. Like Dabo is saying, it's like long days, short years. I think
the days are long, but the years are short.
Yeah, so it's like if you're just wishing ahead, you're gonna miss like the moments you're actually in. You're gonna miss all of the fun your teammates are having by just wishing it away. So just enjoy that time.
I'll say for like anybody that's like trying to make it big, I say work hard and like just like keep your head down because there's gonna be people trying to doubt you because they not where you at, and you're gonna like you're gonna look at it and you're gonna be like, dang, that's how they really feel. But like, you just gotta keep your head down and just like block them out and just keep working hard. Cause like, it don't matter if you undersized or anything like that. They like to see the work ethic, and like, if you have a good work ethic, you're gonna be a good ball player regardless. So I'll just say, keep your head down, and just keep working. Even if you're a kid, just like go on and have those big dreams now, and just go on and work extra hard now, and just try to be better than everybody.
Good message to our young listeners for sure. Last thing, we need to make sure we get your followers up. So where can our fans find you all on Instagram?
I think it's Davidson Gideon. Davidson.Gideon.
He said, I think.
I'm not staring at my tag all the time, but
You made it.
you can also do Gideon Davidson. It should pop up.
All right, Easton.
You can do Easton Ware, but like the tag is Ware_Easton.
Got it.
You could do Amare._.91.
So y'all tap in, make sure that y'all are following these guys, our newest Tigers, Gideon, Easton, Amare. Thank you guys so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So that's going to wrap us up from Studio C of the Clemson Athletics Branding Institute for another episode of Two Right Turns, a Clemson football podcast. Please make sure y'all like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next episode.